Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better.
We have
We're
the
here
power
to help you.
what we want to program our minds to believe,
Keep going.
right?
We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my friend and colleague, and co-host Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So we'd like you to sit back, relax, come on over and join the conversation. We love it when you are here and available for us to share things with you that will help you run that profitable business that's fun to run. Now, if you're looking for us, on the web, you can find us under bizchicks.live, Live. Yes. And we'll be right there. And if you're looking to become a part of the BizChicks community, just go to bizchicks.net and sign up to become a part of the Heartbeat community here, right here in virtual reality, right here on the internet. We would love to communicate with you and find out what it is you do and how we can help. That whole community will be at your disposal to have fabulous input and to help you solve your business problems. With that, we're going to get this party started. You know, on Fridays, we talk tech, and we like to talk tech in a way that everyone understands. I call it talking tech in English. In other words, break it down so I can understand. So it's not a lot of mumble jumble from me. Um, let's get this party started with a little This Week in Tech History. Fran, what you got for us today?
Good morning. Good morning. Such a lovely day today. I've got a few stories here, and just want to say
Oh,
shout
did I
out.
give a shout out to everybody in Clubhouse?
Oh yeah, you did. We are
Okay.
now. If we didn't, so yeah. So everybody watching live on the replay and listening over on Clubhouse, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
So September 10th, 1990, the first internet search engine, Archie, is
Mhm.
launched. It was used to index FTP archives to make finding files easier. However, as the technology for the World Wide Web was not invented until later in the year, it was not the first web search engine. It
Mm.
was the first internet search engine. So I apparently there's a difference between web and internet.
Okay.
Yeah, now see, now they're making me go and look up. This is the first internet search engine. So we think of web and internet all entwined, but they're not the same.
Mhm. Mm.
So now I got some homework to do, and I'll bring it back to you once I find it out. What's the difference between a web search engine and an internet search engine?
Mm.
We shall find
Okay.
that out.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, they're
I
not the
didn't know there
same.
was a distinction either.
I, I thought they were interchangeable terms, but apparently not. September 11th, 1985, the International Cometary Explorer passes through the gas tail of Comet P. Giacobini Zener, the first ever man made object to pass through the tail of a comet. Okay, you must really be in this space to want to care about it, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. September 12th, 1958, researcher Jack Kilby demonstrates the first integrated circuit to other researchers and executives at Texas Instrument. It is very crude. It's like a piece of wood with some stuff glued on it, because you know what a chip looks like in your a circuit board, right?
Mhm.
All right, let me see if I can share this, because this is really interesting, because you always talk about not
Despise
despising uh,
small beginnings.
small beginnings. This is one of those where you don't want to despise small beginnings,
Mhm.
because this is what this circuit board looked like. Can you
Mm.
see it?
Not quite. I'm gonna go full screen on that.
Okay, so I was trying to go bigger.
Okay, and we can magnify our screens at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
see that. How interesting.
and so you can tell what it was trying to be. I don't know why I can't.
It probably just look reminds me of like when they first did batteries, and they hook things up to little pieces of metal on a piece of board.
Right. And this is this
Angelo.
if you look at a circuit board, a normal circuit board is plastic, it's green or whatever colors, and it has little soldering. This is the same type of thing, except for it's like really a board with a piece of wood, and the whatever it is used to do the conduction. Very interesting. So my next story, Osborne declares bankruptcy. September 13th, 1983, the Osborne Computer Corporation declares bankruptcy only 2 years after producing the first portable computer. So now
Mm,
we thought the first portable computer was either IBM or Apple, but it wasn't.
yeah.
It was the Osborne Computer Corporation, OCC. Okay, I'm not going to go there. The Osborne one. The computer industry lore has it that the Osborne effect killed the company, but it was also due to competitive pressure and mismanagement. And
Mm.
that, you see how that it folds down? Doesn't that look like, okay, it looks like okay, you can't see it, huh?
Mm-mm. Yeah, we can't see it. You're not sharing
Okay.
yet, and we need to
I,
describe it for the people on Clubhouse.
right, and I shall do that. So I'm trying to figure out why my screen doesn't get bigger over here anyway. Um, that's just interesting to me. So let me go here. So this computer,
Mm-hmm.
it folds. You see the little keyboard down at the bottom?
Oh yeah,
And
it
yeah,
closes
it's
up
two, right. And it would sit up, looks like a sewing machine to me if you closed it
on
like a
its
case.
side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you closed it, it would have like a handle at the top, maybe, but it has
Maybe.
two floppy disks. It has another
Mm-hmm.
thing to plug a couple of other things in there. I was like, oh, really
I wonder
interesting.
what happened here. Did they? Oh, the Osborne effect. Remember, the Osborne effect was when you advertise something too soon and you're not ready, and your competition gets a hold of it, and yeah.
Right. And you came out the gate with it, but you wasn't quite prepared.
Mm-hmm. And so you have a delay, and in the meantime, someone fills the void. Yeah.
Right. They said it was a lot of people think it was the Osborne effect that killed the company, but it was also due to competitive pressure and mismanagement.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the case, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's really compact. This is the first portable computer.
Portable.
Was not Apple, wasn't IBM.
It was Osborne.
Mm,
Hmm.
who knew? Okay. Hey, so September 14th, 1959, the Soviet space probe Luna 2 crashes onto the surface of the moon, becoming the first man-made object to reach the moon, as well as the first man-made object to reach any celestial body.
Mm.
And it looked like something they made up at home. Okay. September 15th, 1986, Apple introduces the Apple II GS, the last major product release in the Apple II series of personal computers. Now, there's a difference between personal computers and portable computers.
Okay.
Portable is like our laptops that we can take with us. Personal computers are the computers, could be your computer that's on your home desk, because before, personal computers were not personal. They were
Mm-hmm.
in a big, huge warehouse, factory, something. They weren't personal. Now computers are very personal, to meaning that you can personalize the colors, the looks, the everything, and it's tailor made for you to use the way you see fit. Not so many years ago. So they
Mm-hmm.
the Apple II series of personal computers, they had blended the older Apple II series computers with the aspects from the Macintosh computer, the advanced graphics and sounds capabilities of the 2Gs, hence the name was ahead of other contemporary computers such as the Macintosh and IBM PC.
Mm.
And Apple II, instead of focusing on that, Apple chose to focus on the Macintosh line of computers. Apple eventually ceased development of the Apple II series. The last 2Gs S was produced on December of 1992. And you
Mm.
need to know when to let it go, apparently.
Apparently. Mm.
September 16th, 1985, 5 months after losing control of the company in a boardroom battle with John Sculley, Steve Jobs resigns from Apple. Jobs goes on to found Next and purchase Pixar before eventually returning to Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So in 85, he resigned. They were going to fire him anyway, but he resigned.
Okay.
Really interesting. And then our final story, September 1997, 12 years to the day after resigning from Apple, Steve Jobs is named as interim CEO of Apple. Only 7 months earlier, Jobs' company, Next, was purchased by Apple. And just 2 months earlier, Gil Amelio resigned as CEO. Much of the technology acquired with the purchase of Next was used to build the Mac OS X operating system, which
Mm-hmm.
became the core of the iOS operating system that runs the iPhone and the iPad. So the lesson that I'm hearing throughout all of this is you're never going, a boardroom of people will never be able to fulfill the dream of the person who initially started it.
Okay. Oh, wow.
The person who came up with the idea, who who started it all, the reason why you're working for them in the first place, that person, the company's not necessarily going to go well if that person isn't driving things, because he had the vision for the company,
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm. Yes, he had the dream. It was his dream.
and his vision that carried it through. And I in, I watched the movie they did on him, and they only took a little snippet of his life. They didn't take, like, they didn't do a whole. They
Mm-hmm.
just sort of centered
Autobiography.
in on one section of his life. But even in that, he was very adamant about certain things in the development of whatever computer he was working on. This font had to be right. This thing needs to say hello. And he was like, dude, it needs to say hello. Well, it won't say hello. Well, then it needs to say hello. And he
Mm-hmm.
was very adamant, and it did say hello.
Now it says hello in a multitude of languages.
Right. So he was a visionary, and without that push and that drive, we probably would not be working on the devices that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nor
Wow.
would there be any Android devices or anything else, because everybody else did. Well, I can make one too he after
Mm-hmm.
he started it. Just saying.
Wow.
So that is your Week in Tech history. Now, I do have a story.
Okay.
I'm getting like Terry, got stories and stuff, but I did find a story that I thought was interesting to note.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and this comes from the Emerging Tech Brew. Uber and Nuro strike a 10-year autonomous delivery partnership.
Hmm.
The ride hailing giant may be done with robo taxis, but it's just getting started with autonomous delivery. I'm gonna have to show you a picture. This is about doing deliveries with an with a driverless. Anyway, I come on, Terry. I don't know how you do all of this. This is just fun. Okay, is this in the window? There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the little delivery. It's the same thing that delivers the little pizzas sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
The little cart
The neuro.
that's going around some of the campuses for the last couple of years.
Right. Drones,
Uh-huh.
automation, AI. Just as Uber once bet big on driverless vehicles for rideshare, now the company is betting the same on autonomous delivery, and
Mm-hmm.
it is committing with a capital C. The company announced a 10-year partnership with Neuro, the
Mm-hmm.
SoftBank-backed autonomous vehicle company, for robotic deliveries of Uber Eats orders.
Okay.
The program will begin in Houston, Texas, and Mountain View, California, with plans eventually to expand around the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to use, the Neuros are already fully self-driving EVs that travel public roads
Mm-hmm.
with no seats or steering wheels.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a little cart.
It's a cart, yes. And it was founded by two former Google engineers in 2016, and it has raised $2.1 billion to date. And
What?
the company obtained California's first ever autonomous vehicle deployment permit in 2020, and it has partnered with FedEx, Kroger, Domino's, Walmart, and more.
Oh, okay.
So
So
they're
they already got partners. People are
right.
interested in, yeah,
And I think it's a
driverless
good idea.
delivery.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
driverless delivery.
Right. And okay, um there's still a situation, but how safe it'll be, because
Mhm.
the driverless, it's still being worked on. Tesla is working on what's called a neural net. They want it to be able to respond like a human can respond. Like our eyes, we notice stuff on the peripheral, right? And
Mhm.
we can respond because we see stuff here, even though we're looking straight ahead, we still see stuff here. Well, the cameras have got to be able to see like we do and respond the way a human would respond. Like if a child walked out from behind a tree or behind something, you want that fixed before you can just release self-driving.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so a
Yeah.
lot of people are, well, it still hasn't happened. We don't have self-driving. No, because y'all yahoos don't know how to, you don't know how to walk. First of all, we got jaywalkers walking across the street when they're not supposed to. So until we can figure all that out, it's better not to just release self-driving
Mhm.
all over the place until the neural net can handle the AI, and whatever's happening can handle and mimic a human response. So those are my stories for the day.
Wow. Okay.
Tech history and tech future.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that cart rolling up to my door one day. Say, hey, your pizza's ready. Okay,
Right. And,
cool.
Pizza Hut, I think it was Domino's that was using it.
Yes, I think so.
And it, I guess, apparently is not that too far from the Domino's store, wherever it has to go, because it ain't
And they
on the
were
freeway.
using it on a lot of campuses because it was sort of like in beta. So students were, you know, into it.
And it probably doesn't drive very fast, like a
Yeah.
full-fledged car.
And on a campus, the sidewalks are pretty much mapped. You know what I
Right,
mean? You can get from
right,
dorm
right.
to dorm. Yeah. Hmm.
So it would, well, you got to practice somewhere.
Yes, exactly. And it reminds me of, like people practicing with drones or, programming their Roomba, the little vacuum
Right.
cleaner. Hmm.
Yeah, because the little vacuum cleaner has to run on a path too. You have to give it a path. You put bumpers different places so that it bumps and then moves around
Hmm.
the house. And I'm like, okay, you almost have to clean the house before you put that thing down on the floor.
Okay, because it needs clearance to move around. Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't, it's not just gonna like lift up the furniture for you and clean. But it does work pretty well though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I want to shout out to Chinu and Lashonda watching us over here or listening to us over here on Clubhouse. And Chinu says, I have one of those. My dogs hate it.
With the
Talk about
Roomba.
the vacuum. Yeah, the robotic vacuum.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
That's all I have for you in
So
this
that's it for
tech history and tech future. And Terry done knocked herself out. I'm sure she's coming back.
Love You So. I'm coming back. No. Okay.
Yeah,
All
she's
right,
back.
guys. I moused over something, friend, and it
Yeah, it
got
don't
the
take much.
studio. It's a lovely thing. So
Okay, because we're talking tech and
mhm,
things, you know that what is it? Cash App is a tech tool too. It's,
mhm,
your little thing. So be very mindful that when you are going in to pay somebody or to do something, make sure that you don't inadvertently push a button or swipe or do something, because you'll end up paying somebody else you wasn't meant to
mhm,
pay.
mhm.
I did it this morning. I was like, hold on a
Oh,
minute. And so you have to be very mindful of how you're swiping. So stand still, then swipe or tap or whatever you're doing. Don't be walking and trying to do it. Just
mm, okay.
you'd be sending people money that you wasn't supposed to be sending money, and they don't necessarily. You can't. It used to be where you could tap on it and cancel payment. That
Hmm.
wasn't an option anymore.
Maybe because it's so instantaneous now. Their systems have gotten so much better. That,
Right. And so
mhm.
now you have to you have to request a refund from the person.
Well, and they may or may not send it back because
Right.
you
But I
know
know where this person is.
unexpected money. Oh,
Yes, and
yeah.
I know where this person is, so I know where to drive to go get this. Anyway, I was
Thank
like,
goodness.
what is this?
Oh
Okay,
my gosh. Okay, guys,
so
are
that's all
we
I
ready? We got a couple of articles I want to share with you about young entrepreneurs.
have.
I'm
Okay.
not going to be here long, so let's. But I do want to share. I think we have talked about this, but it's been years, and I wanted to see if I could share my screen to show you this. Does anybody remember Moe's Bows?
Yeah.
Yes. He was clocking $200,000 a year in the 8th grade. Okay.
With his bow ties.
Yes, he got the contract with the NBA. He's just moved up, and I just want you to remember. Here's a quote from Mo. He said, "Just running a successful clothing line, a successful business. He's thinking Mo's clothes. Dream big," Mosiah said. "You can do it. You can be anything that you want." So I just want to encourage young entrepreneurs that they can be anything that they want. That this is a big country. People want to support entrepreneurs. I remember he was on Shark Tank, and from there it just blew up. Remember Shark Tank? One of the entrepreneurs on there got behind him. Next thing you know, he had a contract with the NBA, and and it just went on and on. And so it has a very successful clothing line. And I want to remind people that he's still in business. So,
You know what I saw? We
uh,
were talking about dreams and vision. He stuck with his dream or his vision.
well, he started at 8 just using the scraps from his mother's sewing.
Right, but the point is he had a vision and a passion for that, and he didn't
Mhm.
divert from that. He didn't go like, okay, TJ.
Let me unmute her. You're muted, TJ. Is she talking to us?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't find my window was pushed down, so I couldn't see the button to
Yeah.
unmute myself because the
Yeah.
window. But I was saying that this is similar to the young man last week with the what the stat go something go
Oh,
with
yes.
Sturgo.
Spurgo,
That
yeah,
he started when he was 12, right?
right.
Yes. Hmm.
Same thing here with the
And
passion.
somebody picked up on it, sponsored him, and then it blew up, right? Because he was all about sports heroes. That's where he got the name Spurgo from.
Right.
Right. But
Combination
the
of
point,
sports and
but
heroes.
what I wanted to make certain was they followed and stayed with their
Mhm.
passion. They're not selling cookies, although the other company was, but they're not, their passion is what is driving them, not
Right.
the money.
Right.
Mhm.
It's the
Mhm.
Right. And that's
passion.
what we said last week. That is, and it's not even about age. That's the
Mhm.
great thing about this time period we're in with all these tools, with the internet, with a phone, with a device, an iPad, or whatever, a computer, a laptop. You can do it. You don't have to be any age. That it's like the internet is the great equalizer. Now it's not rainbows and unicorns.
Mhm.
There are scammers and everything, and people getting scammed out of the money, cryptocurrency, all of that. But that means you have to have a heightened awareness of what's going on, which means you watch this show because we're talking
Mhm.
about what's going on right now, the news of the week. You have to know that. Because if you bury your head in the sand and say it's a horrible place, there's people out there making money using these tools and making a business
Mhm.
and a
Mhm.
brand. These two examples, these are brands, and they're started by children. These are children.
Hmm.
Yes,
That means anybody can do it, but it's a mindset thing and it's a passion thing.
he says he has goals to give back to Memphis. And so he said, I do that by giving this tie called the GOMO
Mm-hmm.
scholarship tie. He said 100% of the proceeds from that tie go to help kids go to summer camp.
Wow.
I just love this. These kids have such passion. I've got one more story because I'm going to try to compress this, and that is I want to share a story about a young lady named Lily, and Lily created this cup. Let me just put her picture up here real quick. Let's share her picture. Lily is a young lady who had a passion and, in fact, ended up designing something for her grandfather. Can y'all see Lily?
Hmm.
Okay, so Lily um, designed this kangaroo cup, is what it's called, and you can see it's sitting on three prongs. Her
Mm-hmm.
grandfather
Mm-hmm.
suffered from Parkinson's disease, and so he was always is spilling, or his cup would turn over because it tends to give you tremors,
Right.
and her grandmother was always having to clean it up. So as a result, she decided, oh, let me see if I can figure out something to stabilize his cup. And she came up with this cup, which I find is really endearing because I'm going to stop sharing this so I can show you the video, guys. It has the cup has three prongs on it for those of you who are listening in Clubhouse. And I'm going to run the video real quick if it'll allow me to share. Can you see it?
Not
Yeah,
yet. You haven't shared
Not
it.
yet.
I haven't started it. Okay.
No.
So let's see. Let me find this. Okay. And then is it there, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Enlarge the screen. I'm going to start the video, and I'm going to silence myself.
Okay, Dad. So tell us how you use the cup and how it helps you, and how it's better than the regular cup.
Well, the interesting thing is, when I started at a normal cup, I can often tip over, but this cup goes right, right in the groove,
Yeah,
and here's well, take a sip and put it down.
that's about it, huh?
That's it. That's all there is to it. Very simple.
All right.
At my age, what else did you do?
That's really
Is she
Now,
showing? Let me share this. Hold on. Share her website. Da, 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 da.
and it's an ingenious little
Yeah,
thing. It just because I'm like, oh, you would think that a regular cup would do that, but it doesn't.
it does not. It's not stable like that. So you can see a better picture of Lily and her cup.
Mm-hmm.
And she says she just wanted to design a better cup that would help her grandpa drink better without spilling. And it just grew from there. And I can imagine that this cup not only serves her grandfather, but also serves children
Right, because the kids put stuff down and it slips over too.
all the time.
Yeah.
So there you go. It was ingenious, and they went to China and they got these cups designed by a manufacturer because initially they were thinking porcelain, and then they figured out plastic, and
mhm,
it's tip proof
right.
3-layer design.
And it doesn't need a coaster because it's elevated off the table.
And also, if you're drinking something hot, your hands don't have to touch the side of the cup.
Right. And
Which
it's gonna get burned and
exactly. Exactly. So, these kids are just genius. And when you have, and this is near to my heart because my brother um, may need this someday. Uh, and so the fact that she has solved a problem is just a blessing.
right. And yeah, this is good.
Hi, Carlos. How you doing?
Carlos said it looks like a spider mug.
Yeah,
And I can see how you can dress it up and do some stuff with, you know, how people take it to the next level.
in different markets. Yeah.
Right. But personalizing it and doing like you do with a mug right now.
Yeah. But um, I just wanted to point out these young entrepreneurs and how they've come up with ingenious things. There was a story about a little girl who was concerned that all the kids in her elementary school weren't able to afford lunch. She started a cookie and hot chocolate stand and paid off the debt to the school district so that they could eat lunch.
Okay, now what are the adults doing that they
And her goal is to raise $250,000. She's paid off like $7,000 for her one school, but her thing is for the whole district, um, which is
what,
250,000.
again, what are the adults doing that the kids is having to raise the money to take care of stuff?
I'm just saying. But if you think about all of these young entrepreneurs, mothers, and usually when you look at their backstory, it's some mom taking the time to help them get their entrepreneurial binge going.
Right. And I think it's also fresh thinking
Mhm.
because the adults in the room apparently are bogged down with other things that they couldn't come up with hot chocolate. And
Okay.
what was it?
Now, Carlos says, I would like to introduce a new product to your audience that will blow your minds away. Okay.
Okay,
Let's,
All
Carlos,
right.
uh, do you want to send Carlos a link?
let's see if we can do that.
Well, we have to. Well, yeah, we can. Okay. I can try and do that if you want to go ahead and do
Yeah.
the.
And we're going to let TJ get started. He says, not today. Okay,
Oh,
well, maybe you can come on first Mondays and talk to us.
yeah. And how about next Monday, Carlos?
Is that first Monday or?
No, it don't have to be for. Well, oh, how about Instagram Live
That'd be great.
next Thursday, Carlos, on Instagram Live,
1 o'clock
which is 1, 2, 4 o'clock
your time,
Eastern.
Eastern Standard Time.
Hmm.
So, TJ, I yield the floor.
Okay. Well, before I start with the social media news, oh, can you hear me? Cause not.
Yeah,
All right.
we can hear you.
Because I'm like, I'm not sure if I muted myself. I'm like, did I
No.
mute myself?
No.
Okay, so since Carolina was talking about the young entrepreneurs, I came across this story real quick. I'm going to bring it up. It's fortune.com, Fortune magazine, and let me find the tab so we can see. Okay, can we see that?
Yes.
Okay, so this is Cabby Lame.
Yeah. So this is social media. So you're all right on trend.
Oh, okay, but yeah, because we were talking about the entrepreneur stuff, and this is I'm not sure how old he is. He's in his 20s. But he gets paid as much as $7.50 per post on TikTok. And the kicker is he does not speak.
He doesn't.
It's all
Mine.
think Charlie Chaplin.
He's mine.
Like this. Yeah, he's
yes. 750K per post.
Wow.
Per post. So he's watching American cartoons to learn English because he wants to be an actor. He wants to put this in the actor. So he's 22 years old, has 149.5 million TikTok followers.
Wow.
And I was like, I never heard of him. I went to TikTok, I looked at his videos, he doesn't speak. And he was a former manual labor living in government housing. He's going to make 10 million this year.
My Lord.
He's from Senegal.
Senegal.
He has Senegal. He has 2.4 billion TikTok likes. He wants to be the best comedian in the world.
And he says not a word. He doesn't
speak. He does not speak.
Times everything. Okay.
750K, y'all.
Wow.
Per post. Per post. I was like, okay, so this ties into the we were talking about all these young kids doing what they're doing because they get it. It connects with them. This process that we're in where we're doing short form video. This is short form video. Whether it's TikTok, shorts, whatever, they're just instantly connected with it. And it has to do with passion, and it has to do with understanding the process of where we are and what's happening. And I know that everything is not sunshine and roses on the internet. It's not. But things are happening, so we gotta pick up the baton.
Well, Carlos says, I love him. He says he just made a video for a movie and it's great.
He did.
And he says, so he is getting hired.
Right.
So somebody picked up on him.
And this is he's doing sponsored stuff, which I always say this is different from what we're doing as business owners, but I'm saying the creative part of it. Because when you're on TikTok, it's like going to Italy. When you go to Italy from America, what do you have to know? The language.
Right. Yes.
So when you go, he knows it. So when you go to TikTok as a business owner, you have to learn the language. How do you learn the language? Immersion, practice, repetition, lessons.
Watching what's working, and you look.
Right. You watch, you look, you learn, you taste, you touch, you absorb, and then you create. Now, the same thing for Instagram. And when you go to Instagram, that's why when you do something on TikTok and send it over Instagram, it may not work because Instagram's another country. You just went from Italy to China.
And you might when you tweak you got to tweak. You might need to add a little bit of cumin or something up in there, spice to Yeah.
Right. So you go to another country. Do you go speaking Italian and going? Well, how come they don't understand me? You're in another country. Same thing from going from Instagram to Facebook is like it's like going from China to Taiwan, because in Facebook and Instagram are one thing. And then going to LinkedIn. That's like another hop to another country where they have rules and regulations on how they speak and how they present posts and messages.
Right.
That's the key. So, and this all goes back to people going, well, how come this? I did this and I did that, and there's a whole lot of factors in there, but one of the main ones is understanding where you are.
Right.
And Carlos says he knows the language of funny. Yes, he does not speak. I went over there going, I'm like, okay, I saw one video, I was like, he's not talking. So I looked at another. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. I was like, oh my God, this is Charlie Chaplin 2022.
Right. And Carlos says he does that video. He does video that makes fun of dumb social media trends and why they're dumb without speaking.
Right. But what is his messaging? Really, the point is his messaging. What he's expressing.
Right.
He's making a point that most people can get.
Right.
When you think about Charlie Chaplin and the silent film, remember there was a time when movies in Hollywood, they did not speak. So they had to express the emotion and the message and make sure that it connected with the audience.
Right.
That's what he's doing. So that's how we can get the $750K per post.
And I guarantee you his first post was probably not all that great.
Right. And he was a manual laborer. I think he was driving a truck, something, one of the videos. And he made the connection, he made the jump by making sure he could express the emotion and message non-verbally. He's not speaking. He's doing it with animation in his body and doing things and expressions and
right. The things that a good actor would need.
Yes. So making I know a lot of business owners can't make the jump, and I know a lot of people, they don't understand TikTok and this and that, and there's things happening with TikTok this week too. They went ahead before the one of the Senate committees or something. So I got a story about that, but I just wanted to bring that up because it's just amazing to see how people are making the connection with a tool.
Right.
With a tool. No fancy studio. There's no Hollywood lot. He's not on Tyler Perry's lot. He's not on Universal or Paramount, one of those. It's amazing to me. So I wanted to bring him up. So if you didn't know. So he's on TikTok. Okay. All right. So this week is social media news and updates. We're back to normal. Last week it was a little light, and I expected that because we were coming off the holiday break. But now they're throwing things out. So I always like to start with Snapchat. Okay, Snapchat for web is now available. So remember they were putting Snapchat and you could access it on the desktop, because remember Snapchat is just is a mobile. It was mobile only.
Yes.
So now they initially launched Snapchat for web in July, but it was in Snapchat for web in July, but it was Snapchat Plus. Remember they've got this paid subscription tier where you pay what is it, $4.99? I don't know the prices.
They all confusing us
because I don't pay any. I don't pay it, so I'm like $2.99, $4.99, something like that. So this was Snapchat for web was rolled out to Snapchat Plus users or subscribers. I should call them subscribers in the United States, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Now the desktop version is accessible by all Snapchat users. So with Snapchat for the web, you can send messages and snaps and also chat via video and voice calls. You also have access to the mobile app's messaging features, including the chat reactions. So now you go to web.snapchat.com and you have to log in with your Snapchat username, and then you have to do a two-step verification on your phone. So you have to go to your app on your phone and let yourself in for the web. So you just can't go there and log in. So there's
Oh.
a whole
Discord,
privacy
yeah,
authorization.
Discord is like that.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the web, you have to get your phone to go through there. So
Right. So they also plan to bring the other apps features, which is viewing stories and memories to Snapchat for web in the future. So now Snapchat for web is available for everybody. So also they've added a new feature called chat shortcuts. It's at the top of the chat tab to make it easy to do things like spot unread snaps and chats from friends, see missed calls and replies to stories. They're also adding a new question sticker feature to let users ask questions in their stories in an AMA is Ask Me Anything style. You can use the feature to do things like ask your friends what they should wear to school, what you should have for dinner, da 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 da. So it's similar to the Instagram question sticker. So they're adding those things in Snapchat. And remember, Snapchat let go 20% of their workforce. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know, Snapchat. We shall see. All right. Let me see what else. Oh, YouTube. Let me go up to YouTube. Yes, YouTube had some interesting things this week. So YouTube Shorts is integrating with YouTube Music. Now, what this means is that YouTube Shorts, it will integrate songs you saved on YouTube or YouTube Music into the video app. You can also save songs that you hear on Shorts to listen to later. What this is if you've gone into TikTok or Instagram Reels and you know that little spinning record at the bottom right that has the song, that's now in Shorts. So you will be able to make a short from that sound. That's what this is. So there'll be a sound button in the bottom right corner, which brings you a page of shorts that also uses sound. You have a save icon will appear on that page, allowing you to save that song in a playlist called Sounds from Shorts. And also, if you want to use that song in a short, you can save it to the playlist to access from Shorts. So that's what that feature is. Okay. YouTube also adds a new option to reply to video comments with shorts. Again, this is from TikTok, because in TikTok, when there's comments on one of your TikTok videos, you can tap it and make a video, and it pins that comment. So somebody asks you a question, you say, "Hey, I'm answering this question," and the comment is stuck on the screen. So YouTube is doing the same thing. It's a option to create a shorts clip based on a comment posted on your video. And it goes into how to do it. It's the same thing, same way you do it in TikTok, and Instagram has this also. So Shorts, here's some data on Shorts. Shorts is generating 30 billion views per day, and there's 1.5 billion monthly login users. Okay. This feature is available on Shorts on iOS in the coming weeks, and then they're saying Android will follow. So it's going to be iOS first and then Android. So if you like making short form videos, and you like using the trending trending music that's available in Reels, and TikTok is now in the Shorts. All right. Now Amazon wants to get into the fun.
Yeah.
Remember Amazon's app, their live radio app, it was called AMP, A-M-P. So now they're launching a creator fund that will provide select users monthly payments based on show performance. To be eligible for payments, creators must host at least one live show each month. AMP will then look at the analytics on the show and look at factors like listener engagement and show performance metrics, such as show popularity with the listeners. And they're saying that this is going to be a way for creators to make money using this app. Now, they didn't say how much. So a spokesperson for AMP said that millions of dollars have been allocated to reward AMP creators. They did not give a specific amount. They also have not disclosed the range of payments that you may receive through the fund. So they're saying the fund size is dynamic based on a variety of factors. The factors may change month to month. And also, some of these rules will change. So this is what they're doing with these creator funds. Remember, Snapchat was giving out like $1 million a day or something. They pulled that way back because they were giving out too much money. So the creator funds are around, but they're making the amount you can get from them is small. All right, so that's
Okay.
Amazon. Okay, YouTube, Amazon. Let's go to. Nah, I'm gonna save that one. Let's go to Twitter. Twitter has begun rolling out the podcast tab to Blue subscribers. Remember, Twitter Blue is that $4.99 a month subscription where you get that edit button that you can only change a tweet in 30 minutes and you only get 5 chances, and then there's a history of the changes. Yeah, remember that.
That's too much.
So they have because because I know Dr. Chachi asked us a couple of times. We were trying to figure out what's the advantages of having a Twitter Blue subscription, where you get access to what they call Twitter Labs, the early features. So this was one of those where they have a tab that shows you live and recorded spaces and shows you a selection of popular podcasts you can listen to directly through the Twitter app. So
that's if you listen to podcasts
right
on Twitter.
So
right.
most people are not listening to podcasts on Twitter. We listen to podcasts on our preferred podcast station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody thought this was a good idea, and they let mine go. Okay.
They did. Mm-hmm.
So Twitter says the podcast are part of its plan to provide users with an all-in-one personalized audio destination by giving users even more audio content to listen to. Their internal research shows that 45% of people who use Twitter in the U.S. also listen to podcasts monthly. So they're saying automatically suggesting podcasts to help users discover content based on the topics they're interested in. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, because see, here's the thing. When I use Twitter, I go in for a particular purpose to see certain things. I'm not going in there looking for a podcast. I'm going in for news. I want to find out what's the story going on with something, or you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're not going to the Nike store for groceries?
No.
Okay.
Groceries. See, we talked about this, that Twitter is useful for breaking news, relevant news, what's going on, and this is in the world of politics and I'm trying to think of some other entertainment. When you're watching a TV show, everybody goes to the
what happened, like what's going on with what show or whatever,
right?
And I wanted to find out about the fires that was going on up here in, was it Forest Hill or something? Mm-hmm. I just want to know what was happening. I would go to Twitter for that, type in the name of the city and to see what's happening real quick and get out. I'm not, because I don't want to go to my local news station and get trapped up in whatever they got going on.
And your local news, remember, local news, they have to get a truck and go to the scene and see. First of all, they have to know about it. Mm-hmm. And they have to get a truck and go and get a reporter and go to the scene. Whereas Twitter has already done that for you, because somebody's right there. So, oh, snap, and they put the name of the city, a fire, this, that. So when you search for those terms, because we talked about hashtags this week with Twitter, you don't even have to do the hashtag. You can just do the term, and it's going to pull up. And because I did this, I looked at something today in the trending topics, and it was a hashtag. I tapped on the hashtag, but a lot of the posts didn't even use the hashtag. It was just the term, the keyword. Mm-hmm. So remember that.
Right. Because when you are looking, you need to find it quick.
Yes.
Not search through a bunch of, okay, where's that? And you pick it up. No, I just need, tell me what's going on so I can.
But Twitter has the great search feature that you can go in and, if I want to know what's going on, I can do Times Square, and it's going to pull up everything that people are tweeting right now about Times Square. Because that's a popular section of a popular city. So I'm going to see
what's happening.
It's even they're going to tell me.
Right. And the guys that are flying, or guys or women who are flying to go put the fire out, they may pull out a phone and be doing like some
real quick. Because it's news. Because it's news based, it's news interest based, or it's entertainment based surrounding a movie or a TV show or what have you. Because like the woman came out today with Viola Davis. So if you want to know about that, I go to Twitter. I don't go to Instagram. I definitely don't go to Facebook, anything else for that, or Google. So I'll either do Google or Twitter.
Right. and
But
you
see,
will get the news very quickly,
right.
and a lot faster than. And your local news wants you to get our app and stay up to date. I'm like,
Well,
no,
the news can't get there unless they
no,
have to be Johnny on the spot for everything, and
they
they're
cannot
not, because
be.
they gotta ask the producer first, and then they gotta get a reporter and a truck and a cameraman.
And if it's happening across the country, they got to
This,
wait till it comes down the wire. And
this is your cameraman, your roving reporter truck, your all of them millions of dollars of equipment, that the helicopter in the sky. No, this phone and you being right there in front of it. So
right.
that's what makes Twitter great. It's not a lot of oh, let me build my business. Some people do, but it's mostly news. You want to know what's going on Twitter, or Twitter's faster than Google, I think.
Yeah, because it hits there.
Google is the magazines, newspapers. They have to write the story.
Right. But on Twitter, the story ain't even been written. The story just barely left somebody's mouth. And that's why
280 characters or a video.
that's
Boom.
why sometimes the news is wrong, because it
Right.
left out and nobody verified it. But at least the story, you know.
And how your local news does a story about what you read on Twitter is that they read it on Twitter. Journalists hang out on Twitter all day. All day. That's how they get the stories. That's how they get the stories from the
breaking
for the 6
news.
o'clock
Like,
and
no,
11.
they ain't got no breaking news. It's like,
They ain't got no
Well,
breaking on Twitter. And this goes back to the why Twitter is like this is because what was the airplane that landed on the Hudson? Miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah, I know the guy who I know him in Selly. Yeah,
the guy, the people in the rescue tugboats going to the plane. He took a picture of people standing on a plane on the Hudson,
right,
and put it on Twitter, and it just blew up. That's how it became that place where you go for news. That one thing, that one guy.
And that one guy has made history. We don't know his name, but he made
some rescue guy on a tugboat. Because the tugboat was, the Coast Guard didn't get that first. The tugboats from one of the harbors, one of the piers,
was already there.
Right, because they saw it. People saw it. You know, the plane going woo and land. Like, what the hell? And it didn't go in. It
exactly
in the water because of the type of airplane it was. It would have went in if it was any other plane. And because there's a whole movie about it, really exciting. Scully, Captain Scully. Tom Hanks. It's a good movie. Really good. Watch it when you get a chance. So, but that's how it started, because of that person going, wow, I gotta document this. Boom.
This is a moment. Click.
Yeah, that's how the news found out about it, from the journalists watching Twitter going, and wow, and they did the scramble. So that's just a little background on Twitter. But okay, one more thing about Twitter. Twitter has launches a new toolbox hub. So they're calling it Twitter Toolbox Hub. It highlights helpful, reliable Twitter analytics and creation tools that help maximize your Twitter marketing and growth process. Blah blah blah. I pulled it up because I wanted to show you what it is. There's a bunch of tools. I don't even want to like read everything that's there. I mean, I will mention it for, if I got Clubhouse, but I'm gonna bring it up so you can see. So what is Twitter Toolbox? Twitter Toolbox is your go-to place to discover self-serving tools that add new functionalities to your Twitter experience. So if you want to enhance how to compose and manage tweets, filter unwanted content, or understand your tweets' performance, there's a tool. So when you go to this developer.twitter.com, it's a whole long line URL. I'll put it in the comments, but let me go back up to the top. So there's a whole bunch of tools. Buffer, Thread Reader app, Thread Start, Typefully, Block Party, Bodyguard. Block Party is, I guess, blocking trolls with a block list. Bodyguard. Measurement tools. You can look at Twitter analytics for spaces and different things. Blackmagic.so, engagement tracking, analytics, and audience growth tools. There's one for Twitter Spaces. Follower Wonk. I remember that. That was a separate one, but I guess they bought it. And then Tweets Map, optimized with AI. So if you go, I'm gonna put it in the chat if you guys want to go. So it's there. But that's the toolbox that Twitter has given us to use if you so desire, which I probably will not. The only Twitter tool I use is TweetDeck.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not, but you know, if you want to use those, they're there. And I put it in the chat, so I don't know, you want to copy it and put it in Clubhouse so they can see. But it's just a range of Twitter apps to help you with your insight into your tweets performance. If you care about that thing, I really don't, but you know, you might want to. And I'm somebody that likes analytics. I'm not even. This doesn't even appeal to me.
It's like, okay, we don't have to pay the blue police.
I don't really care because I use Twitter for research.
Right.
So, but that's me. You might want to look at it, so it's there. All right, so let's move on to TikTok. No, I'm gonna save TikTok for last because they got called to the carpet this week. All right, let's do Facebook. So Facebook is trying. Facebook has something called community chats, which is something again they stole from Discord. And I'm going to say they stole. So they're trying to be like Discord. They've taken a lot of things from Discord. So this is it's a community chats, a feature that will allow Facebook and Messenger groups to organize discussions around their favorite topics. But I'm thinking, if you're already in the group, aren't you talking about a topic?
It's like Messenger.
So here's some more. They say on top of the usual text conversations, community chats will support audio and video channels and allow admins to broadcast messages to their groups. So that's why it's like Discord, because Discord, you're already in there and you can put up community messages, you can send out text, you can do audio, you can do video.
So this is like your groups that we already have that nobody is really responding to, but it's like groups, and you now can send an audio message, a video message, and a text message.
And right, remember now, the groups have a feature where you do at everyone, and it sends an alert, a notification to everybody in the group. I hate that. I've seen it and people, I'm like, who is tagging me from a group? And then I go in there and it's a everyone post.
So it's like a group text that nobody likes. Everybody hates the group text. I'm sorry. We don't
Everybody hates a thread.
Right. Group text and everybody.
But it looks like the admin of the group is specifically tagging you, because it said so and so is, and I'm like, oh, who was sending me a message? And I go over there and it's an at everyone post. That is like a bat signal to everybody in the group. Mm-hmm. Imagine if somebody's using that and they're running a Facebook group and they do that every day. They can, but I'm just saying that's annoying. I don't want to be annoyed. I go to your group if I want to, like if I remember to go or I'm active in it. If you're active in a specific group, Facebook will let you know what's going on in that group. You don't have to remember to go to it, because Facebook kind of knows which groups you are really active in and which ones you're not. So I'm like, don't tag me from a group that I joined and I forgot. And you're like, hey, everyone. I'm like, no, leave. It's just crazy.
It reminds me of the messenger where you get this message and everybody in the group I was like, who are these people?
It's like a BCC. This at everyone is like a blind carbon copy email. And I'm like, I don't want that. Even though I joined the group.
Yolanda says, I don't like it.
That's what it says. That's what. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you, Dryer Buzz. That's what it says. So it looks like it looks like the admin of the group is specifically sending you a message when they really are, but it's a blind carbon copy. It's everybody in the group, and it's very
But
annoying.
you're not feeling special because they
There
didn't
you go.
you.
Because it's not like here's an announcement from this group. It's like from the person. It's like the
Right.
person is talking to you specifically, and I'm like, well, what? So
They-
I go to it,
Right.
and it's an at everyone post, which they're hey, announcing I'm having a whatever, and I'm like, wait a minute, I like your group, but I don't like it to go every day. I don't go in there every day. Whereas in some groups I go every day because they have information I need.
Right.
Mhm.
Maybe that's a sign I need to leave the group, but I like to know. Just don't call me out. It's like the teacher, like you're sitting in the front of the classroom and the teacher calls on you because you're sitting in the front versus in the back. Because you're right in their direct line of sight, and can you answer? And you go, wait a minute, and you forget the kids in the back are like laughing because they're like, we sat in the back, so we could get calls on. It's kind of like that. That's just my little rant about Facebook. But they're putting this community chats in there, so they're saying there will be an admin assist feature which will allow them to create a list of words or phrases they want the platform to automatically flag or take action against. They will have the power to block, mute, and suspend individuals who don't play by the community rules. They can also host admin-only chats where they can talk privately with their if they have a moderation team. So Facebook is putting in this community chats in the group. So I'm just curious to see how that works. But I definitely don't like this at everyone thing. And I know I'm not alone.
No, because Yolanda says right. Reminder to
Reminder to leave, yes.
the group. Yes,
Right.
because
it's like the boy who cried wolf. You don't want to yell that all the time, or you don't want to yell fire all the time when it's not a fire, because I'm not coming, or I'm gonna leave the group, like Yolanda said. So Facebook needs to be careful about this. So they put this into the group. All right, so let's go over to Instagram. Instagram is developing a new media kit option to help creators showcase their value to brands. So this is a way for creators to offer the brands for promotional partnerships. So it's a media kit option which would guide creators through the process of building their media kit, their pitch to brands. So you'll be able to write a bio, showcase your top posts, and point to past collaborations as examples. You could also add in key analytics and audience stats, and putting all this information into a promotional package so you can kind of pitch this brand. All right, so they're having that. Instagram is also testing a feature called GIFs, GIFTS, GIFs. It's a tipping feature, which they already have a tipping feature. It's called badges. But here's another tipping feature. It will give creators a new way to make money on Instagram, and you could earn money through Reels. You can toggle an option that will enable their fans to send them gifts. Creators would be able to check if they're eligible for the feature on the new Gifts tab in their settings. Users will also be able to send gifts via a button displayed at the bottom of Reels. So remember, they already have something called badges, but I think the badges is more for live. Like when you go live, you can turn it on. So this, I guess, is gifts is more for Reels.
This is like what's in TikTok when you want to give somebody, you like somebody's TikTok, and you can give them. I guess they say so many hearts or whatever the little thing is. You can pay them so many, and it costs you $1.99 for so many, and you give them away.
Right. So the badges, I know the badges, they're 99 cents, $1.99, and $4.99. So they're saying that this gifts, Instagram may take the badges away and just stick with gifts and have it for both live streams and Reels. That's a possibility. So they've got two things going on where a creator can get money doing a live or a reel. So again, that may stick around, that may not happen. It's a test. So it's a test. New monetization.
Check it out if we like it.
Right. Okay, so and last thing is TikTok.
Mhm.
TikTok has launched a Be Real clone called TikTok Now. Remember last week we talked about, I think it was Instagram having a Be Real clone. So Be Real is that app that at a specific time it will say, okay, now it's time to take a picture
Oh,
and show
yeah.
your friends. And it pops up on my watch. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what is this? And it says Be Real. It's time to take your photo or something. So
Whatever you're
everybody,
doing right now, I get my notifications too, and I was like, "Yeah,
I
buddy."
gotta turn mine off. But you're supposed to, wherever you are at say 2 p.m. whatever, all your friends in the group, you're supposed to take a picture and share what. Oh, look what I'm where I am now.
Whoa,
So
that is too much information. Go ahead.
so Instagram has one. I forgot what it was called. Something dumb when we said they should change the name.
Yeah.
So TikTok is
Yeah.
now doing TikTok Now. So TikTok Now invites you and your friends to capture what you're doing in the moment using your device's front and back camera. You will receive a daily prompt to capture a 10-second video or a static photo to easily share what you're up to. So every day there's a push. You get a push notification telling that it's time to be real. This is for Be Real. It says it's time to be real, and you take a picture, and I'm just go, ooh, I ignore it. So I got to turn mine off. So they're saying TikTok notification will look the same. Users are notified between lightning emojis that it is time to now, and then you're supposed to take your picture and do your now.
At least Now is a better name.
Yeah, I forgot what the Instagram was. It was something
some
stupid.
weirdo.
Collab something.
It was 2 words, and it was like we don't even remember.
Collab. I forgot what it was, and we said it should be current. Maybe call it. So TikTok is using the word now.
Which
Take your
makes
picture now.
Easy to spell, understandable, and doable. Right?
right.
Now, NOW.
Okay, TikTok. All right, and this is the last story. This one we might have a big discussion about. So TikTok and other social medias were called to the carpet in front of Congress on Wednesday this week. So TikTok stands out because they claim they are not collecting US users' biometric data, but they have a privacy policy that says otherwise. So the biometric data is face prints and voice prints. That's what biometric data is. So the CEO of TikTok is a lady named Vanessa Pappas. She said the social media company does not use any sort of facial voice or audio or body recognition that would identify an individual. So she was specifically asked by Senator Sinema that if she wanted to know if America's biometric data was ever retrieved or sent to people in China. Now remember, TikTok is owned by ByteDance, which is in Beijing, which is owned by a Chinese, I forgot his name, and it's a Chinese company. So they're required by law to give China any access to any data it requests. TikTok says they don't give any data. I say, and there's been stuff a few months ago where they say that there's been internal memos or meetings and they listen in, and TikTok says, ho, we don't have to give it because there's a master account that they have already. So technically they don't have to give the data because they already got the back door. So
they just coming in taking it. They don't
right,
have to,
why? Yeah.
So we just leave the door open for you. You go in there and get it.
It's semantics. The door, the door, it's already there. It's already there. So China doesn't request data from TikTok because if I have the master key, why would I knock?
I don't want nobody to give me nothing. I open up the door and I get it myself.
So this CEO, she says biometric data is collected by TikTok, but claimed it is only stored locally and for a temporary period.
Right. We believe that.
Also,
because they don't want all that stuff on their servers.
Yeah, so they don't use it, they're saying. There,
Mhm.
so she further said that they collect data for that biometric data was only used for video effects and stored locally on user devices where it's deleted. Now, what she's talking about is when you go into the camera, you can do the green screen, you could do a bunch of stuff where you have something behind you.
Filters and all
They
of
have
that.
right, so that's biometric data. They have to look at your face to determine where the pixels stop between your face and
Mhm.
whatever's behind you. That's how green screen works. So that's what they use it for. But she's saying they don't keep it.
Okay, whatever.
So
You know better.
things are ramping up. We talked about this before. That TikTok, they want TikTok taken out of the Google Play Store and
Mhm.
out of the Apple App Store. And the Senate, the Congress is looking at it. They're having, they're telling them to come to Washington. We got a lot of questions. So you see, they got a little dance of words going on.
Mhm.
They're saying because that the server data is Oracle, and it's in Singapore and somewhere else, that the US data is there. But if you got a master key, I can go to anything and unlock and look at and you won't never know. It's called a back door. So, and then China's not going to say that they got a master key or a master account. They're just
Mhm.
going to use it whenever they want to look at whatever they want. So this is the thing. So we got to keep an eye on it to see what Congress does. I think there was 2 Congress people asking for Google and Apple to specifically remove this app. What
Okay.
that means is once it's removed from the App Store, you can no longer download it. Now you can jailbreak your phone, all those little things, but you won't be able to update it. So there won't be any
That's what I was gonna say,
there'll
the
be
update.
security loopholes if
Mhm.
you use an app that's not in the App Store.
Right. And we wouldn't advise you to do that anyway.
Right.
So,
But some people I've heard talk. People go, "Oh, my phone is jailbroken." I'm
okay,
like, that doesn't mean anything.
right.
Doesn't mean anything. If the app's not available through the App Store or Google Google App Store, how are you going to get it? That means somebody wrote some bootleg something other. You
And
want that
now
on your phone?
and now you done let all the critters in.
Right. So here's another argument that they would never do that. India did this 2 years ago. TikTok was the hottest thing in India.
Mhm.
People were making money and da 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 da. And India said, "Wait a minute, something's wrong." China, la la la. They took it away. That was 2 years ago. People are still crying about it, that they lost their ability to make money using TikTok. So there's a precedent for it. It's just to see what is our government going to do. And again, there's a big call for privacy.
Right. So, and the people who are on the Senate committee that is looking at this, how old are they?
They're old.
Girl, oh,
And
you
But
do that.
they have young. The reason they know to ask this and that and that, they have young age. They
okay,
age.
I'm like, can we put the
The
AIDS
people that
in,
do the work are Gen Z and millennials. So
okay, can we
that's
put
where it's
the
coming from.
AIDS in the chair?
Yeah.
Let them ask the question
Let
so
the
we can
They don't know what
expedite
they're
it.
saying. They just go, the aides go, well, this is what you need to say, blah, 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 blah.
No,
And
see,
they
we
do
need
it.
to cut out the middleman, put the AIDS in the chair, because the AIDS will call them
We
out.
didn't elect the aides. We elected that senator or
But
that
the AIDS
that
will call-
representative.
you know what I mean? The AIDS will call people out on stuff. The people who are there, like you can go to
So they-
court and have somebody sitting next to you.
Yeah.
They know the follow-up questions to ask.
Right.
They know what to ask. It's not about them knowing how to use TikTok or being on it, because like I said, they have aides and pages and people, people in their office that does all the work for them that they know. And they just, write a report and say these are the points, da da da, and they give it to the senator or the representative, so they know what's going on. But see, here's the thing: this is like a slow simmer. This is like a crock pot. This thing is cooking. It's not turned up. They're just like, okay, we're gonna put this on and go to work, and when we come home, this pot roast will be ready. So that's what this is. So I'm just keeping my eye out for every little piece of, okay, when they go in front of the Congress and they say this and that, and then they go back and then they come. So it's an ongoing a conversation that's going to continue.
Right.
And at the end of the road is that TikTok is dead as an app in the US. That's the end.
Okay.
When we get there, I don't know.
Wow. And
So,
you know, this is going to set a precedence for things that are coming up. And I'm going to start doing a segment on the metaverse because I've been playing in it
right.
the last
So
few.
this is the on road. This is the on ramp to, and we've been saying Web 3. Don't
Mhm.
ignore it. Keep your eye out. And so, you know, we're going to talk about it here. So come here and we'll talk about it. And if you got questions, let us know.
Right. Please let us know. You'll be able to find BizChicks in the metaverse pretty soon.
Ooh, exciting.
There
It
we go.
is.
And here's a cool thing that you may not know. You don't necessarily have to have
The goggles.
the headgear. You don't have to do that to enter the metaverse. So
Right.
Mm.
we are looking at getting some spaces over there in the metaverse. I was hanging out in Horizon World. I was like, whoa, okay.
Good.
We'll talk more about that.
Good. Okay, so that's it. That's the wrap up for this week. That's your week in social media news and updates.
Okay. Well, Dr. Tachi is on assignment, so she won't be in today, but we wish her well and much success on her project. Yes.
Yay!
Mhm.
We
So
like being on assignment.
Well, since she's not here, I was gonna bring up the Emmys.
Go ahead, do it, do it.
So we had the Emmys this Sunday. A lot of great people won. Cheryl Lee Ralph, she sung her acceptance speech. Quinta Brunson, she won for writing for her show Abbott Elementary. There was some controversy about her because when she went up to get her award, Jimmy Kimmel was laying down on the ground because they did some kind of previous. I didn't see this, but they did. Jimmy Kimmel and somebody else did some kind of skit and he was laying dead or something. And so when they went on to the next, okay, and the next award is that he laid there on stage, and then they called her name. She went up. He didn't move. So she was like, okay, you know, can you move, or you know, it's over, whatever. What it is that they get 45 seconds. So that ate into her acceptance.
speech.
Yeah, it took out some of her
45
time.
seconds. Yeah. So the clock is ticking when you go up the little steps and the clock is ticking. So she can't thank people, can't thank her mom or dad or husband or the agent, because she's like, he's right there next to the microphone
The
stand.
microphone?
He's laying there like the comedy bit. So his excuse was, oh, I might have drank too much and da 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 da. So there was outrage on Twitter because they were like, you took away her 45 seconds.
She didn't have her moment.
No, she had it, but she was like, when she
It
went
was
up,
short
she was
cut.
like,
But
why
I
is he
mean,
still
she
there?
didn't get her full moment.
Right,
You
she
know
didn't
what I
get a
mean?
full
It was
moment.
cut.
There's pictures on Twitter. You can go to Twitter, you know, type in Quinta Brunson or Abbott, whatever. You'll see it. And he laid there the whole time, and there's pictures and everything. So Twitter got
Oh,
mad and was like, you took away her moment. This is, you know, you get into,
yeah.
you know, oh well, you know, black people don't get represented right. There was all kind of things said that it was very disrespectful, blah 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 blah. So he had her on his show Wednesday. So that was Sunday. He had on Wednesday
For cleanup purposes.
No. She was already scheduled. It wasn't cleanup.
Oh.
She was already scheduled to be on his show on Wednesday to talk about the season opener. About the Abbott, because I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it.
Abbott Elementary is funny.
It is.
Really
I
is
want to watch
funny.
it. I saw a clip or two on Twitter, so it's on my list to watch. I got a bunch of stuff, but so Wednesday he did his show. You know, he does like a 5-10 minute monologue. Da 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 da. So at the end of his like 10-minute monologue, she came out with her Emmy and said, "Oh, you know, excuse me, I want to." You know, I have something to say, da 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 da. You know, because she said, you know, I only had 45 seconds, and your little comedy bit ate into my 45 seconds, so I got people to thank. And he said, okay, and you know, he stepped back in the background and he gave her her moment.
That was cleanup because he knew he was out of line.
That's all that was.
But she was already scheduled to be there, so it wasn't like he scheduled her quickly, because these shows they
yes, but
schedule
what I mean is, and they're both
on. Oh no, the bit, yes, it was clean up because, and he apologized and everything. He said something about, oh, he had too much to drink, he might have forgotten whatever. But I was just like, yeah. But he moved out of the way, and let her, let her give her speech. So the outrage was, and they're right that I forgot, some of the tweets were saying, I can't remember what they were saying, how they were saying it, but it was just like, why is it her? Why is the
Yeah.
black woman not get her due? It's always something.
It's always something.
Right. Why was he there taking up her space? I forgot how they said it. It's all on Twitter, but some people made some good points. And I was trying to think about the words that they used, but it was about how, we don't get our due. When we get our due, we don't get our due.
We're always upstaged by some foolishness.
Right. Why was she upstage? Why couldn't she just walked up there like every other actress and actor, and they got all of them got their 45 seconds and more?
Exactly.
All of them. So, but she had to go up there, and she looked down and was like, "Oh, Jim," and they're friends now. They're friends. They're friends.
And she couldn't like just step over him in heels and a dress and
so
try.
She was like, are you gonna get up? The bid is over. And then she realized he wasn't gonna get up, so she went into whatever left of her 45 seconds. But they're friends. People were making it like a mean thing.
I know they're
comics
friends,
got this thing out there in LA. They all know each other. They're all friends. Blah blah blah. So she wasn't really like mad, but it was just a thing that was brought up, and I agree. Why couldn't it have just been her walking up there and thank you? So that was one of the media things that happened this week that I read about.
Yeah, well, I'm with the people on Twitter. It wasn't right. It was ugly. And I'm looking over here on NPR. There's a great picture of her trying to give her speech, and his butt
Can you bring it up? Do you have a picture of him laying down? I should have brought it up. Yeah, bring it up so people can
share that, please.
I'm gonna try to get it on my laptop, but yeah, I'm just like
NPR. Let me see if I can go there.
It was everywhere. That picture of him laying down. I was like, because I missed that moment. I didn't watch like continuously all of the Emmys. I missed that moment. But I did see the Shirley Ralph thing when she sang, and then she came up and it was great. But I missed that moment. I saw the picture on Twitter. I was like, well, why?
I can hold it up while she's pulling it up.
Yeah, bring it up. On StreamYard. You can't bring it on StreamYard?
I got it.
No, I'm saying to Terralina.
No, she's on another.
She's not on. Oh, okay.
But I found it. So we're going to share and share screen. And we're going to go to Chrome.
Thank you. And she looks all pretty. And here he is laying on the ground.
Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And there's another one where she's like standing next, like she's on the other side of him. Like standing there going, are you going to, and she's like giving her speech and he's laying down like he didn't move at all.
And that was the one I was holding up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another one where she's standing to she's on the opposite side of him and the mic is there and everything and people's faces in the background. Like that's not the one that they're sharing, but that's it.
There's another one that has a whole video.
Oh. Okay, that's it. That's it right there.
That's the one. That's the one I was trying to share.
That's the one. That's it. So look at the people in the background. Look at the.
Can you enlarge that? Go full screen on that, Fran, on your screen.
Look at all the people in the background faces. All the women.
I can't.
They're like.
For some reason, everything's stuck over here. Let me stop my.
They are like they are not having it because they see, and this was like after the first picture that Fran showed was like when she was talking to him. Like, are you gonna get up? And people are laughing. Yeah. But then
this is the one right there. Look at that.
Move. So this is the one where nobody's laughing. Cause he laid there. Get up. Like, why wouldn't he get up? I don't understand.
Stupid stuff.
I know it was supposed to be funny. It wasn't funny. I didn't see the lead in joke. Why he's laying there in the first place.
I don't need the one chick back over here in the corner. She got her face like, what the?
They're disgusted. They're like, what is going on? Because this is mid into like the 45 seconds. This isn't like second number 1. This is like second number.
And she had to get around him to get over there to be
able to be dressed to the nines.
Her moment. It's like the moonlight. Remember the moonlight moment at the Oscars when they said somebody else won, and then it was Moonlight, and then Moonlight people had to come up and get the Oscars, and there was all this confusion. I think Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel was involved with that too. Oh my God, he was. It's crazy. It's a moment that's wasted, and it didn't have to be. So people were saying like,
You
"Well,
know
what
what
was the
this is
joke?"
like?
I didn't even see
This
the
is
joke. I don't
like
even know what it was about.
this is like when you come in second in the Olympics, and then you find out that the team that won was disqualified. You did not get to stand on the podium.
Exactly. How for everybody else got there, walked up, and hi everybody. I'm
Exactly.
so excited. She didn't get that. Her first couple of seconds are, Jimmy, are you gonna get up? Are you gonna get up?
Because she didn't know if this was included or not. You're just
She
stunned,
doesn't know. She doesn't know what's
stunned by
going
the
on.
foolishness.
She doesn't know what's
Am
going
I up
on.
here too soon? Or you know what I mean? You don't
Well,
know what
no,
the
she's
heck's
not up
going
too
on.
soon. She's like, well, why isn't he moving?
But I'm saying that these are
Right.
the kinds of things going through your mind in the moment.
She's like,
Like it's
he's like, are you really gonna lay there?
Because that was not a part of the
I
show.
don't know what to something about a dead body. I don't know. And I didn't even go back to like, because I could go and watch it. I was like, I don't even want to watch it. So people were upset for the whole like till like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They
and
still
rightfully
upset on
so.
Twitter.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
And another thing I want to bring up is the Little Mermaid controversy. Does everybody know about that?
Mm-mm.
So
No.
Disney's doing a live remake of the Little Mermaid with Halle. What is her name? Her and her sister have a music. They're singers and they're actresses. What is her last name? Bailey, Halle Bailey, and
Oh.
she one of the little, not the trailer for the movie, but a little teaser of her as Ariel in the mermaid thing. Really nice, really nice. If I'd have thought about it, I would have pulled it up. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. But there's controversy because Ariel is not black.
Oh, you
But
mean bringing that back again?
yes, because this is still going on. So somehow they saw the number of dislikes on the YouTube video, and there's some kind of extension, because remember, YouTube took away the dislikes. You could see the likes, like the number for the thumbs up, but the dislikes, there's no number. But there's some kind of extension that somebody wrote where you can go in and see the actual number. So they're saying it got like 1 million, 2 million dislikes because of the controversy about Ariel's not a black woman. So the trailer came out, the little teaser of her going up to the surface, and she's singing, and she comes out, and then the last shot is of her with the mermaid, and she sounds lovely. So the thing was, somebody put together a reaction video of all these little black girls that she looks like me. She looks like me. It's a very cute video. I if I thought about it, I would have found it. And they're all enamored. There it is. There it is. There it is. Can you play it?
Yeah, I can play it.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Think big. Think Brazil.
Of course they're gonna give us a quick.
Hold on. Let me skip over this first.
You ain't gonna be able to skip past the commercial.
No, you can't skip the ad.
I mean, just let me
mute it.
No, leave it alone. It's gonna be gone in 27
seconds. 10 seconds.
15
So this video is like all the little black girls, little beautiful, and they're all, it's like me. She looks like me, And then I think one of the moms say something about, oh, we're going to see it. And the little girl goes, yeah. And she's like so happy. So it's really, there it is.
It's the new Ariel. That is Ariel. I think she's round. Round Ariel. Round Ariel is cute.
Yeah, so there's one I saw with a little girl. She's like, "Oh, we're going." The mom says, "Oh, we're going to see that in the movies," and the little girl goes, "Ah!" She's so excited. I thought that was just great because of all of the controversy ever since they announced that Hallie had the part,
Right.
and it was like, "Oh, well, she's not black." I'm like, "Well, she could be. It's a cartoon character. Be whatever you want." So
Right.
Disney is going with this.
Disney ain't got a problem with it.
Disney does not have a problem with it.
And
It's just
so,
all of these people, and who cares? Because guess what? They're not going to see the movie anyway. Those little
And they
white
know that
girls and their
America is
moms are
getting
going.
browner every day.
What's that?
America is getting
America is-
browner every day.
Yeah. So the point is like, why, so they made it, it's all over YouTube, like, oh, it got a 1.5 million dislikes. That's just, so what? That's just the video or the little tweet, the little teaser on YouTube when this thing hits the movie. And there's going to be more trailers to come. That's just a little teaser of her as Ariel in the mermaid outfit.
Okay, y'all just haters and again, nothing else
Just
to do.
haters. It's just haters. So this, this is like Carolina said, the browning of America. Everything's changing. So they don't have to get on board. We don't care. The train is gonna roll over them because this is Disney. Disney. When does Disney ever have a failure? Well, they might have a couple, but this is Disney. Disney.
I think these are the same people who did not go to see the Black Panther.
Who cares? We went to see
There's
Black
a market
Panther.
for this, people.
Yes.
And,
yes.
and why can't we tell a story?
Well, evidently
What
we
does
can.
it matter?
We can.
What does it matter?
I mean, what I'm saying is the story can be told from the eyes of someone other
Well,
than.
there's always going to be haters.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't care. I'm like, the Disney train gonna keep rolling. They don't care. You know how much money they're making off of this IP for this Ariel. The first one came out was the 80s.
Right. So
They don't care.
check this out. Now, if your friends get mad because Ariel is black, you might want to check your friends.
Listen, Disney can slash their marketing budget.
Mm-hmm.
Because these hater people are doing the marketing for them.
For them, right.
It's on the news. It's everywhere. Even
Yep.
The actress Daryl Hannah, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
She was in the Splash movie she tweeted out something about, I've seen something she tweeted in support. And people was like, go ahead with that. It's just you're just making more awareness of, I might want to take my little girl to see that.
And
just because.
Right. They might not have known about the movie. Now they know.
I had no idea.
Quiet as it's kept, the kids want to see the mermaid.
They don't care.
Don't care. We want to see the mermaid.
Ariel could be zebra striped, purple polka dot. They don't care.
The kids don't care. The parents got a problem.
They don't care. So I say, hey, hate on haters because you're just making more money for Disney and more people are going to see this thing. And then, hey, whatever. So those are the two things that media wise that I paid attention to this week. I know there's lots of other things, but
good. That was exciting.
It really was.
And then beyond and then beside the Queen and all that stuff we talked about last week, which is still going on. So
right.
So that dominated the news.
Right.
I just want to say to all you queens out there that when Queen Elizabeth first got coronated and she put the crown on, she was talking about how she couldn't look down to read her speech because if you look down, the crown, the weight of the kingdom was
it weighs heavy. It's very heavy.
It would have broke her neck.
Yeah,
so
they
keep
say
your
it's
head
very
up,
heavy.
okay?
Yeah.
He's the lifter up of your head.
Keep your head up. Yeah.
Keep your head up, queens.
Keep your head up, change your mindset because all of these young entrepreneurs out here, dude making $750K on TikTok per post now. Per post.
Okay, per post.
Per post.
Just by being themselves.
Yep. So
and he's not talking.
Exactly.
Or singing or anything.
Or
dancing. Well, he might be dancing, I think so.
Well, we're going to give a shout out to him and a salute to all the young entrepreneurs out there. And we want to thank everybody who tuned in today. I want to thank you, TJ. I really enjoyed that information that you shared regarding what's going on in social media. And thank you, Fran, for keeping me historically sound. And now I know what's going on with my auto delivery. I'm looking forward to it. We want to say to everyone, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel over there. We're building that up. And also, we would love for you to follow us here on Facebook. We are going to be doing Instagram Live every Thursday. So just tune into BizChicks.live. And if you are not following TJ, remember you can find her on the air everywhere.
Terry Johnson Online.
hmm At Terry Johnson Online live. Okay. So
Yeah.
with that, if you're looking to become a part of the Biz Chicks community, remember you can text 33777, text biz there, and join our community, or you can join us over there at bizchicks.net. In addition to that, we've got a workshop coming up soon for Mojo, and we would love for you to be a part of it. We'll have the details coming up next week, so be sure to tune in. We're here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and 10 o'clock Central. So, with that, we love you. We'll see you soon. And remember, it's okay to make money in your business. So, go to the front of your own line. If you need help, call the Biz Chicks. We'll help you take the hassle out of your hustle. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.